Immediately after the raid of Honorable Matembe, in the afternoon, my house was raided by about 20 soldiers who jumped off the fence in a
20 soldiers.
movie style, opened the gate for the rest of them to enter. They turned everything upside down.
What?
Saucepans, cups, children's rooms were broken, doors broken. They dug a hole in my son's rooms. They turned everything upside down. We have realized they stole money from my handbag. We don't know what else they stole. They never told me what they were looking for. I kept asking them. Nobody told me what they wanted until they left.
A few days ago, the drones came to Aunt Miria's home in Luzira, and she was not there, and they left. But in actual sense, she was jogging. She was taking her morning walks. So I think probably the drone people, we think, I don't know, they could have probably found her on the road walking, and they took insistence not to take videos or pictures. So, you know, they could have taken her, but we honestly, we don't know. So we're a bit worried. And for the people that took her, if well, she's almost 80, I don't think she can measure up with the torture and all that. If she hasn't made it through, please don't, dump her somewhere. Please give us the body. We give her a proper send-off. The people who are maybe taking her and the torture, please, that's a senior citizen.
What does that mean? Are you trying to imply that a junior citizen is the one who deserves torture?
Naye kyanaku nnyo nti omukulembeze y'omu akyali mu buyinza kati abakyala bali kudduka ate nga yaduumira ebyokubatulugunya.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
In what reads like a political thriller, armed men stormed the home of human rights defender Dr. Sarah Bireete, believing that she was hiding Dr. Miria Matembe. Now, you might be wondering, who is Dr. Miria Matembe? Probably you've been living under the rock, or you don't follow Ugandan politics as much, or you're new, you want to know what's going on in Uganda. Dr. Miria Matembe is former ethics and integrity minister in Museveni's government. She used to be close to Museveni and believed in the ideas of respect to human rights, the rule of law, constitutionalism, name it. But she abandoned Museveni after realizing that Museveni had really abandoned the values and the aspirations that led men and women to join him to launch a war against the government of Apple Milton Obote and Tito Okello Lutwa, respectively, in the 80s. She's like, I'm out. And since then, she became a very, very fierce critic of the Museveni criminal regime. And with, the most recent directing her criticism at Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who happens to be the commander of Uganda's defense forces, and a Napo baby, a son, born with a silver spoon in his mouth, to Museveni, Muhoozi Kainerugaba. So when they failed to find her, Dr. Sarah Bireete says they searched the house, they checked every room, and when they failed to find her, they took money from her handbag. You can make these things up. They're looking for Dr. Miria Matembe. We are not going to be able to find her. Let's steal the money. And even more disturbing, they even dug into the floor of her son's bedroom before leaving. Why are they doing that? Well, yet the biggest question remains unanswered. They did all that. The biggest question remains unanswered. Where is Dr. Miria Matembe? As all we get is silence, and as this silence really grows louder, so does the fear. Family members say they have no idea where she is. I think I've seen one of her relatives, J.K. Kazoora, former colleague of mine on NBS, making a very heartbreaking public appeal to the authorities. In that statement that has captured the desperation of this man, J.K. Kazoora, and the desperation surrounding the case of Dr. Miria Matembe, he pleaded that if Matembe died in custody through torture, her body should at least be returned to the family members for a dignified burial. Take all the time you got to think about that. Kazoora is pleading, hey, if you killed our person, give us the body. We want to accord her a dignified burial. This is the normalization of the lawlessness. That's all it says. It's really, really heartbreaking. Let's go and listen to some of the women that came out and stood in solidarity with Miria Matembe, whom we don't know where she is right now. Let's see what they say here.
Still alive and still in power, that women would be on the run for their lives, not scared of their husbands, not scared of their sons, but women, mothers of this nation, on the run, running away from the government of President Museveni. Who would have known that such a time would come in this country? Immediately after the raid of Honorable Matembe, in the afternoon, my house was raided by about 20 soldiers who jumped off their fence in a
20 soldiers.
movie style, opened the gate for the rest of them to enter. They turned everything upside down.
What?
Saucepans, cups, children's rooms were broken, doors broken. They dug a hole in my son's rooms. They turned everything upside down. We have realized they stole money from my handbag. We don't know what else they stole. They never told me what they were looking for. I kept asking them. Nobody told me what they wanted until they left. When we analyzed voices after they had left, they seemed to have been looking for Dr. Matembe and allegedly other foreigners I host in my house. This regime brutalizes women on fake intelligence. They are using the might of the state to dehumanize women. It is a shame, President Museveni, and I call upon him to speak on the degeneration of the rule of law in this country.
No, he won't speak up. Look, again, this is my problem with these people. They still look at Museveni as a man who cares about human rights of women, of men. He doesn't care. I'm going to say this again. This is not a thing I say as a pejorative or intending to malign his name. Museveni is a narcissistic, self-serving sociopath. He doesn't care. Like I mentioned recently, every time you see Museveni talking about East African integration, all he means, integrate into his control. He does not believe in other people's freedoms. That's why I usually see Miria Matembe saying, but do you know where Museveni got me from? I defend him. You know, I love him. He's my brother. He didn't do that deliberately, like, giving women their rights. Absolutely not. It is because shortly after the war, there were some reasonable men and women who were really, really tied to the causes that had triggered them to join him in the war. They fought tooth and nail to see some of these desires and aspirations be realized. And they pushed him. And at that moment, he was a little afraid. But he knew what he wanted. He wanted total and absolute control. After he realized that there's a way he can destroy institutions, kill reputations, threaten men and women, then he took off the mask. He's like, hey, I never cared about your rights. Okay? Dr. Miria Matembe actually writes in her book, Betrayed, where she says, Museveni, when it came to giving positions of power to women or different sections within Uganda in order to promote diversity, he never cared. Says, do you think Wandera Kazwe is vice president? I just put her there such that I can silence women. So Wandera Kazwe can be like, hey, see me, Museveni made me a president. He cares about the rights of women. He never cared in the first place. He knew women were going to scream and say, hey, you cannot have a government that is driven on utter and complete patriarchy. And Museveni, out of wanting to silence all these voices, like, okay, I'll appoint a woman, but she'll be as powerless as they come. That's something he said about what was this gentleman who was leading the military. He doesn't care. Oh, you want Museveni talk about the degeneration of the rule of law? He's the one that has degenerated it. It's like asking Satan. I want Satan to explain why he's killing people. That's his job, is to kill people. So Museveni's mission is to degenerate the rule of law, constitutionalism, abuse human rights, period. These people, they still have this hope. Oh, Museveni actually, he doesn't care. Let's go and listen to another clip. And now this is Kazoora telling us about the disappearance of the missing of her relative. Listen here.
Hello, everyone.
I think her aunt.
My name is Jackie Kazoora. I come from the Kanjinja family. Today is the 26th of June, 2026. And the Kanjinja family from Rutoma Kashari, and where Auntie Miria Matembe is part of. And as a family, I've been tasked to send out a video and reach out to some friends and family, especially from Kashari, to see if they can help us find Auntie Miria. As you know, a few days ago, the drones came to Auntie Miria's home in Luzira, and she was not there, and they left. But in actual sense, actually, she was jogging. She was taking her morning walks. So I think probably the drone people, we think, I don't know, they could have probably found her on the road walking, and they took insistence not to take videos or pictures. So, they could have taken her, but we honestly, we don't know. Yeah. So I'm trying to reach out, and Auntie Miria, if you're still there, probably in hiding. But the Kobulunga we know, I don't think she would hide. She's someone who will come out and say, yeah, my God will protect me, come take me. So we're a bit confused and worried, we don't know. But just reaching out to the great family of Kashari, people that, we're relatives to, we've grown up with. Our people, Aunt Karen Kayunga, you're part of us. You're Edwin Karujire, you're from...
Oh my God, these people. Edwin Karujire. Edwin Karujire is member of the Pirao League, the Patriotic League of Uganda, headed by Muhoozi Kainerugaba, who has warned that he wants to abduct Miria Matembe. So when Muhoozi made those threats and continues to gloat in the abduction, torturing, and killing of innocent people, Karujire has never uttered a single word. What makes you think that, this time around, Edwin Karujire is going to listen to me? He's an accomplice in the lawlessness and impunity of Muhoozi Kainerugaba. They love what they see. They love what they see. He's appealing to this man for empathy and love and kindness. They don't care.
Kashari, our MPs, Nathan Itungo, JB Patrick, Kayanjire family, Nyindo family, the Majeres, the Kazooras, the Chad, Ndura family, anyone, even Mzee Saviti, we're all from Kashari.
And this is so bad. And look, I don't have any problem with this guy. I think he's a fine man who does his thing. The only problem is I have with him is so much focused on vibes and, aura and stuff. But I'm not dunking on him. But this reeks of tribalism. We are from the same village. No! Don't even mention that. I shouldn't be abducted because I'm an Anite Sot or because I'm a Rugbar. No. We are from Prism to Yambe. Twabeshenjereza tokumanya. Mzee Sabit bambe ninye Kazoora. Omuntu owunkurona mumwita Koburunga nakweshenjeza bambe. No, please don't do that. Don't do that. No tribe is deserving of abduction and torture. Don't mention Twemanya, Mzee Sabiti Bambe, Edwin Karujire. Let me mention all these Chinyankore and Chihima names. And let me send you some signals that, come on. She's Koburunga, I am Kazoora, and you are Sabiti, Karujire, please. Can you help? No! Condemn this lawlessness. Condemn this impunity. Call them out. You don't have to, I'm a Munyankore. I do not care about Muhoozi Kainerugaba or Museveni being a Munya. I don't care. All I care about are human rights. And they should be accorded to all men and women of all tribes. I don't care whether you're Munyankore or white man or yellow, pink. I don't care.
That is our home. That is our daughter. That is our auntie. So we just want to know. We don't know because Aunt Miria is not the sort of person that will go into hiding and all that. So we're a bit worried. And for the people that took her, if well, she's almost 80, I don't think she can measure up with the torture and all that. If she hasn't made it through, please don't, dump her somewhere. Please give us the body. We give her a proper send-off. And if it goes beyond 30 days, then I don't know what's going to happen. Because
what? Oh, she's almost 80. She cannot measure up with torture. Dude, I don't care whether you're 15, 20, whether you're 25 and you've been in a gym, whether you're masculine, you're this tough guy. I don't care. You deserve to be respected. For you to say, oh, she's 80. Nobody. Condemn a system that tortures the 12-year-old. Go and look out. Find out. How many people were killed at Muhammad Mwanga Chivumbi's home, and how old were they? Remember when some of them were arrested, Museveni called them, oh, these are this sick, stupid man. Oh, these are terrorists. 14-year-old, 16-year-old. They don't deserve, oh my God. These people, they're trying to, please, Museveni, please. She's almost 80, please. And she's a Munyankole. Why are you doing this?
We're really worried. Miria, if you're there and by chance you get this video, please make sure you reach out to Uncle Nick. Your husband is worried, he's in his 80s, pressure yam tera. So it's we don't know. And hopefully you're fine, and we pray that you're safe wherever you are, and hopefully we'll see you soon. So that's a situation that is going on.
I'm still waiting to hear him condemn the raid on her home and the system that is having him plead. Let's listen.
So I informed you, friends and relatives. We don't know where Auntie Miria Matembe is, but the people who are maybe taking her and the torture, please, that's a senior citizen.
What does that mean? Are you trying to imply that a junior citizen is the one who deserves torture?
She's really done so much for this nation, even in fact Africa, fighting for women empowerment.
I don't need to do anything for Uganda to have my rights protected. I just have to be a citizen. I don't have to be a minister. I don't have to be RDC. I don't have to be president. I just have to be a citizen who respects the law, the rule of law, and the constitution, especially laws that are reasonable. Not all laws are supposed to be respected. I mean, like you've had the argument, apartheid was legal or slavery. If I lived in those times, I would be a rebel, rebelling against apartheid or slavery or Jim Crow.
All our years. And it's funny, just recently she was in State House receiving an award from President Museveni, and she even said, I don't like you, I don't like Museveni now, I like Museveni. And President Museveni was okay, smiling, and
that's a facade, that's faking it.
Even President Museveni gave how much money to the son, so, and then now this, so it's a bit worrying and confusing. But hopefully you're all informed. We're worried, and we pray that Aunt Miria Matembe, she's fine for good of my country.
Not a single word. This is 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Not a single word of this man saying, I condemn these are arbitrary arrests, the abductions of people, the torturing of them. Zero. Is only focused on one thing. Mama Koburunga Miria, please, when you come back, I won't say a word. What a hypocrite. Now, I understand. I don't want you to look at me and be like, hey, Mordecai, you're not empathetic. I understand that they're related, but do you see what I'm talking about? If I'm going to use my voice to condemn this lawlessness in Uganda only when it happens to my family, I'm the true manifestation of what Philip Lucky Dube sang about in a song. You will only believe it when a man in a long black suit or coat knocks on your door. The song is, the title is Crazy Wild. We shouldn't wait for these things to happen to us personally for us to raise our voices. Martin Niemola reminds us, I might paraphrase this poem, but you know, first they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I wasn't Jew. Then they came for communists, and I did not speak out because I wasn't a communist. Then they came for trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I wasn't a trade unionist. Then they came after me, and there was nobody to speak for me. Don't wait for this to knock on your door. Okay, lastly, ladies and gentlemen,
the opportunity nabo baragende basobola kukola naye kyanaku nnyo nti omukulembeze y'omu akyali mu buyinza kati abakyala bali kudukaduka ate nga yaduumira ebyokubatulugunya.
Yep.
Kati bwe baava mu nyumba ya Dr. Matembe ne bayingira ewange abasirikale basatu baabuka fensi mu movie style era ekyalo kyonna tekyewuunya ne bagwa mu gate ne bagulawo gate ne bayingira abasirikale nga batuuka mu 20 ne basaasaana buli kintu kyonna ekyali mu nyumba n'amaseferiya nga bagakebera n'ebikopo nga babikebera ne bamenya ebisenge enyigi zonna ne bazikuba ne basima n'ekituli mu kisenge. Simanyi kyebabadde banoonya mu nyumba yange era n'ababuuziza teri n'omu ayambulidde kyebabadde banoonya ne bamala kusaasaana buli kintu mu nyumba yonna ne baba ne ssente mu nsawo yange ne bafuluma ne bagenda. Kati okulaba nti obukulembeze obwa Pulezidenti Museveni bwebukola ebikolwa bino nti abakyala bali kudukaduka edda Museveni nga tanaja mu buyinza abakyala bali bakadde abatabani baabwe n'abaami baabwe naye omuntu yekenyini ayateeka omutindo gw'abakyala waggulu kati yabatadde kudukaduka era
yateeka omutindo gw'abakyala waggulu si kugamba nti yali akigenderedde. Waliwo abantu bamwetoolodde nga bamusaba ate nga yakajja mu buyinza ayagala okulaga nti afaayo nnyo ku ebyo bye yali alwaniridde. N'agamba kale kambawe. Olwategeera nti amaze okusaanyawo ebitongole n'okuteeka entiisa mu bantu n'abalaga ekituufu kye yali tabafangako. Period.
Bave wange ne babuuka ne bayingira mu kitongole ky'abakyala ky'ensi yonna akina mama wa Afrika ne batulugunya abakuumi abaaliwo ne basitula samba eya internet n'ebintu ebirala gye basitula ne bagenda nga tebababulidde kye banoonya. Kati okulaba ebikolwa bw'ebiti nti mukulu Museveni yakaabye abakyala mu maziga kiswaza nnyo era kyanaku yakalayira n'amezi 2 teganaba kuwera era n'atugamba nti kino ekisaanya teri kwebaka. Tetwakitegeera nti yali alowooza nti abakyala tekyaliwo kwebaka era twagala abuulire ensi kiki kyategeeza nti kati tetudda kuddamu kwebaka.
Talina kyagenda kubategeeza oli mulwadde. Sick man. Now, my diagnosis is pedestrian. I don't have any qualifications in psychiatry or psychology, but pedestrian diagnosis shows that he's a sick man. No man does what Museveni does and you convince me he's okay. No way. Something's fundamentally wrong with that man. And I pray he's redeemed and has an epiphany and, reevaluates or refines his purpose. It is a little late, but who knows? Let me know what you think. I immensely appreciate you all. Now, I should tell you there's a video that's going to be dropping soon. I've been having to postpone this video every now and then. It's Bobby Wine turned into Dark Bobby Wine. Stick around. As I let you go, guys, I would like to send some shout-outs to members of the Mordecai Murisa Live who are sponsors of this show. Mr. I'm going to read a few names here. Eddie Kaya, thank you so much. Stephen Mponigaba, thank you so much. And then Seven Heaven Tuwakasacha, thank you so much. Adero, I truly appreciate. Andrea, thank you. Ashraf Life, thank you. And then Bright, thank you. DJ Green, I immensely appreciate. Edin Jaira, thank you. Eva Nakamanya, I immensely appreciate. And Godise Guja, Gumi Luega Hakim, Matsko Hosea, Irene, Ismail, Wanji Julius, John Senyondo, and the rest of other folks like Kevina, Chibojila Kurazi, Muhindo Kaliabiuma, Lawrence Mukasa, Lubinga, Maima, Lugoa Moses, Mutes, and the rest of you folks. If I'm not mentioning your name, I'll make sure that I send you shout outs in the next, or probably one of these. I don't want to promise the next because it's already recorded, the one that's going to be playing. So stick around. My name is Mordecai Murisa. Bye-bye for now.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.